got her back again. And driving home tonight feels like I found a long lost friend. It's where I drank my first beer. It's where I found Jesus. Where I wrecked my first car. I tore it all to pieces. I've come to know there's life in Orleans. Well, that red dirt road.
But the message is high above. Give it the worthy name of the Ghost Rider. The Dodge Challenger. And of course, our thanks to Don Franklin Somerset family of dealerships for serving as our presenting sponsor of the 2021 Lake Cumberland Air Show. Well, as we get Nathan Hammond recovered in the Super Chipmunk, as well as Dave Cummins and the Challenger out there ready to run away clear, and we will be underway with our next performance. Coming up next, we're going to welcome a gentleman from Louisville, Kentucky, flying an airplane that takes us back to the golden age of flight, the late 1930s, in this restored 1939 Taylor craft. Nick Coleman is at the controls in what is the oldest airplane in our lineup today. Originally from Texas, Nick and his wife Penny have lived in Louisville for 23 years. He's a pilot with UPS, piloting the MD-11 freighter, and recently retired from the Kentucky Air National Guard, flew the C-130 Hercules. Nick began flying in high school and soon began flying aerobatics. And we'll tell you more about him in just a couple of moments. Give Nathan Hammond a big wave as he comes down the line. He will, of course, not be able to hear you, but he certainly will be able to see you. So be sure to wave your arms, wave your hats in appreciation for that outstanding low-level aerobatic performance here this afternoon. Nick Coleman taxiing down to our right as well. He commissioned as a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force and started his pilot training and went on to fly the T-37 Tweet as an instructor pilot. And although it wasn't the job he originally wanted, he said that it was a perfect job because it was for the first time in his life he was being paid. The takeoff roll. Let's say hello to Nick Coleman. So let me tell you a little bit more about the airplane he's flying. He found this airplane much as a foreign find in the 1980s, and a hangar had collapsed on it after a tornado struck it. So he had bought it, broken wings and all, and started to restore it back to its original Taylor craft. Starting his maneuver. His aerobatic routine with a maneuver we affectionately call the Humpty Bump. Let's watch him as he now rolls to the left. Up into the vertical once again, we watch him. With a quarter roll to the left, he'll pick it apart on the left rudder for a maneuver we like to call the hammerhead. Lee Coleman is the steering coach on the ride. Chase went on to fly off in modest biplanes across America, dropping into farmers' fields, buzzing over town, and selling rides for pennies on the dollar. During the 1950s, 60s, and even the 70s, airshow pilots traveled on trips across the country. With over 300 air shows annually here in the United States and Canada. Nick Coleman, of course, performs at air shows in the West Seattle and his custom built up right in the sky. As Nick makes his way back to his parking area, you'll see J.P. Miller taking the runway to your right now, the North American T-6 Texan. During World War II, there were 3 phases of flight training: primary, basic, and advanced. You'd start in primary training, learning the primary aspects of flight, such as takeoffs and landings. In basic, you'd learn a little more. You'd learn formation flying, some maneuvers, and then you would move on to this aircraft, the T-6. J.P. Miller is from Terre Haute, Indiana, and is a steward of this great piece of history. But let's now listen to the sound of more than 600 horsepower as the T-6 is on the roll. We watch as the landing gear retracts as J.P. Miller climbs for altitude and this iconic World War II advanced training airplane. Operating in great numbers by not only the United States but around the world, Air Show presents J.P. Miller and the 1944 T-6 Texan. Now, you, of course, notice that that engine sounds very different from some of the other aircraft we've had as part of our show. This airplane is powered by a Pratt & Whitney radial engine. It has 9 cylinders on board, and if a radial engine is... JP is now performing a classic... all the way from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. They will be followed this afternoon with a performance by Bob Richards in his souped-up hot rod pit special biplane. Wait until you see him fly. We'll see the return of the Dragon's Fire jet truck, and then of course we will turn things over with the flight of the North American P-51D Mustang. This great day, of course, brought to you by Don Franklin's Somerset family of dealerships, and also by an astounding assortment of community partners. We do want to say a big thanks to the Lake Cumberland Regional Hospital, Modern Systems, United Cumberland Bank, Age Equipment Incorporated, Alton Blake, but 4 aircraft flying in tight formation, a real treat. And of course, they're joining to us all the way from South Dakota. 4.5 hours in those tiny little airplanes. And as the T-6 taxis in, a great shot for your cameras. And we'll say a big thanks to J.P. Miller as soon as he shuts down. We, of course, invite you also legally in your airplane unless you have OWAIS regulations. So that's how they work. That's why we have the sterile area in front of the crowd, and it's very regulated by the FAA. But right now on the takeoff roll, the 4 Vans RV3s of the Vanguard Squadron. performance here in Somerset. Vanguard team is brought to you by Cohen, proud to produce homegrown, renewable fuel, reducing the dependence on foreign oil and providing American jobs. Fly number 3, the right wing from Sisselton, South Dakota, is Joe Brewster. And flying number 4, the slot pilot from Greenville, South Carolina, is Gary Middlebrooks. Together, they comprise the 2021 signature Dave Farrell. As the team repositions high and to the right, Vanguard 1 brings the formation back in, this time for their next maneuver, the formation loop. Each wheeler making precise and exact control inputs to maintain position on the leader. This is also a rare opportunity to go inside the cockpit as Vanguard 1 calls for the pull. Since the team's inception in 1993, they have flown more than 4,000 hours, flying on 100% ethanol. A Somerset here at the Lake Cumberland Regional Airport. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've got a very serious question for you. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Oh, let's try that one more time. You yell louder at UK football games. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
That's what we love to hear, and we are so glad that you've come out to join us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon for the 2021 Lake Cumberland Air Show, presented by Don Franklin Somerset Family of Dealerships. As David, Mark, Joe, and Gary taxi back in their Vans RV3s, they're going to be making their way back up to the flight line. We'll give them a big wave as they taxi up. As firing up right now, we're going to change the pace from precision formation aerobatics to something, well, a little higher energy. Individual coming to us from Chicago, Illinois. And of course, still more to come after Bob's performance in this airplane, as we'll see the return of the Dragon's Fire jet truck, and then of course to end things off here this afternoon, the flight of the World War II fighter, the P-51D Mustang. Certainly a team element with the Vanguard. with the propeller and the engine turning up front. They cannot hear you, but they certainly can see you. So be sure to wave your arms up high, wave your hats, wave your 3-year-olds, wave your ice cream cones, whatever the case may be. And a great appreciation of the Vanguard team here this afternoon. Holding it at knife-edge flight, just 75 feet above the runway, you are going to see some high-energy power aerobatics from this guy from Chicago, Illinois. This airplane is highly modified, 200 horsepower. It weighs in just about 900 pounds empty. And we're going to see some extreme flying at its finest as Bob Richards dives in from the right to start his routine. There's 220 miles an hour as he dives in towards Show Center and prepares to take that aircraft down below the trees and just barely miss behind the hangar as he now climbs into the vertical, tilting his head back, picking up our show line here in Somerset. Rolling the aircraft all the way around 180 degrees. Let's watch him as he picks up our show line once again and extends off to air show right. Feel that Bob Richards, an outstanding performer, joining us here at the 2021 Lake Carmelian Show. The Dragon's Fire jet truck. Dave Butter controls with over 12,000 flying hours to his credit. He's one of the broadcasting from the jets and the car guy and Bob. For the fact that he is the captain for his truck. This truck takes out 6,000 as he takes full advantage of that mile runway out here at the Lake Cumberland Regional Airport. Making sure everything's set and ready to go. Eyes to the right. We are just seconds away. 3, 2, 1, and he is on the roll. Clocking 2:02. was designed originally under the request of the British. They wanted a fighter to supplement their Supermarine Spitfires and Hawker Hurricanes, and originally requested for North American Aviation to build on licensed P-40s from the Curtiss Aircraft Company. The chief designer at North American Aviation at the time, Dutch Kindleberger, didn't want to build someone else's airplane, so he went to the drawing boards, and this is the result. This particular P-51D model is owned and operated by the Tom Wood Automotive Group in the greater Indianapolis area. Tom McCord is the general manager and corporate pilot for Tom Wood Aviation and has an extensive background flying vintage military aircraft. This P-51 was bought surplus in late 1969 by the late Tom Wood after it served in service with the Royal Canadian Air Force and could get a little more in emergency wartime power if required. We're going to pull the music down and let you listen to the sounds of this V-12 Merlin engine as Tom McCord is cleared for takeoff. Products at over 350 miles an hour, the P-51. Joining us today is a member of that greatest generation, Sergeant Glenn Cummins. He is a veteran.